students, welcome to the third video of definite integral. In third video we are going to see example of based on rules of definite integral. So in previous video we had discussed about the rules of definite integral. So now let's solve some example. So first sum is evaluate integral. This we had already seen, right? Integral 0 to log 2 to the base e raised to 2x dx. Okay, so first we have to integrate this e raised to 2x. So integral of this e raised to 2x is e raised to 2x upon 2. Then limit of integration is 0 to log 2 to the base e. Okay, now 1 upon 2 is a constant part, so it will come outside. Now in place of x we have to put upper limit, then minus in place of x we have to put lower limit. So it will be e raised to 2 log 2 to the base e minus e raised to 0. So that means 1 upon 2 e raised to log 4 to the base e minus e raised to 0 is 1. Okay, now e and log e cancel, so this will be simply 4. So 1 upon 2 into 4 minus 1. So 1 upon 2 into 3. So that is equal to 3 upon 2. Then evaluate integral 0 to 4 x cube minus 2x dx. Okay, now we separate this two terms. That means integral of x cube dx, then minus 2 constant, so it will come outside, integral x dx. Now we know that integral of x cube is x raised to 4 upon 4. Then in this we put limit of integral as 0 to 4. Then minus 2 as it is, integral of x is x square upon 2. Then limit of integral is 0 to 4. Now in place of x first we have to put upper limit, then we have to put lower limit. So it will be 1 upon 4. Then when x is 4, then 4 raised to 4 is 256, minus when we put x as 0, then it will be a 0. So 256 minus 0. Then here 2 cancel, so it is simply x square. So first we have to put upper limit, means 4 square 16, minus when we substitute lower limit means 0, then it will be 0. So 256 divided by 4, so it will be 64 minus 16, so that is equal to 48. Then see next example. Question is find k if integral 0 to 1 3x square plus 2x plus k dx equal to 0. So now by using the rules of integration, we have 3 is a constant part, so it will come outside the integral. So x square dx plus 2 is a constant, so it will come outside the integration. So integral of x dx plus k constant, so it will come outside the integral. So k into integral of 0 to 1 dx. So 3 integral of x square is x cube upon 3. Then limit of integration 0 to 1, plus 2 integral of x is x square upon 2, plus limit of integral 0 to 1, plus k, then integral of 1 is x. So limit of integral 0 to 1. Okay, now 3 cancel, so x cube, then we have to put limit of integral. So first we have to put upper limit 1. Okay, so 1 cube is 1. Then minus lower limit is 0. So 1 minus 0. Then plus this 2 cancel. In place of x first we have to put 1 upper limit. So 1 square is 1. Then in place of x we have to put lower limit, which is 0. So minus 0. Then plus k Then in place of x, first we have to put upper limit as 1, then minus lower limit as 0. So 1 minus 0. So that is equal to 1 plus k equal to 0. So that means k equal to minus 2. Now see the next example. First just forget this limit of integration. So just see the integral 1 upon 4x square plus 12x plus 13 dx. This is in the form of 1 upon quadratic equation. So for 1 upon quadratic equation, how to integrate this? So for that, first we have to take this 4 common, right? 4 outside the that means we have to make coefficient of x square as 1, and for that we have to take this 4 as a common from denominator. So let's do that. So for that, when I take this 4 common, so here it will be integral minus 3 upon 2 to 1 upon 2, 1 upon, now the denominator will be x square plus 12x upon 4, okay, this is 12x upon 4 plus 13 upon 4 dx, okay. Now this is equal to integral 1 upon 4 1 upon 4 integral minus 3 upon 2 to 1 upon 2, okay. Then this part will be x square, okay, x square plus 3x plus 13 upon 4. Now I have to find the third term, okay. So third term will be half into coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is 3. The whole square means 9 upon 4. So have to add this 9 upon 4 and then have to subtract this 9 upon 4. So by adding and subtracting, we get this as this first 3 term as square of x plus 3 upon 2. Okay, so x plus 3 upon 2 the whole square, and this 13 upon 4 minus 9 upon 4, that is equal to 4 upon 4. So that is a 1. Okay, 1 means 1 square. Now this is in the form of integral 1 upon x square plus 1 dx, and that is the formula of tan inverse x plus c. Okay, so it will be a tan inverse x, but in place of x it is x plus 3 upon 2. So tan inverse x plus 3 upon 2, then we have to put the limit of integral, which is minus 3 upon 2 to 1 upon 2. So it will be tan inverse 1 upon 2 plus 3 upon 2 minus tan inverse minus 3 upon 2 lower limit plus 3 upon 2. So it will be cancel out, so it will be 0. So tan inverse 2 minus tan inverse 0, but tan inverse 0 is 0. So it will be 1 upon 4 into tan inverse 2. Now let us see the properties of definite integrals. Okay, so some important properties of definite integrals. First property says that integral a to b 1 dx, right, that is equal to integral a to b, okay, and that is same as x. Then in x we have to substitute the limit of integral, so we get upper limit minus lower limit. So first property says that integral a to b 1 dx is simply b minus a, okay. Then second property says that integral a to b c is a constant, c dx, that is equal to c into b minus a, okay. So if only one is there to integrate, then it will be upper limit minus lower limit. If constant c is there, then it will be c into b minus a. Now third property says that integral 0 to a a2a f of x dx, that is equal to 0. If both the limit, upper limit and lower limit is same, then it will be 0. Then fourth property says that if C is in between A and B, okay, C is some point between A and B, okay, then integral a to b f of x dx is same as integral a to c f of x dx plus integral c to b f of x dx, okay. Then fifth property says that if a is less than b, then integral a to b f of x dx is same as minus b integral b to a f of x dx, okay. Then next property says that if there are two functions f of x and g of x and 0 less than f of x less than equal to g of x for all x in a and b, then 0 less than equal to integral a to b f of x dx less than equal to integral g of x dx. Then next property says that integral a to b f of x dx, okay, that is same as integral a to b f of this a plus b minus x, okay. This is very important property. We are going to use this property. This property says that in place of x we are substituting upper limit plus lower limit minus x, and then also both the integral value will remain same, okay. After interchanging x with lower limit plus upper limit minus x, we are getting the same integral value. So this property is very important. So similarly ninth property is like 8th property only. So ninth property says that integral 0 to a f of x dx, that is equal to integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx, okay. So here also, since the lower limit is 0, so lower plus upper will be a, so a minus x dx, okay. And last property says that integral minus a to a f of x dx, that is equal to 2 integral 0 to a f of x dx if f of x is even. Even means f of minus x equal to f of x, and this is equal to 0 if f of x is odd. That means if f of minus x equal to minus f of x. And last property is integral 0 to 2a f of x dx. We can split this 2a as integral 0 to a f of x dx plus integral 0 to a f of 2a minus x dx, okay. If the limit is 0 to 2a, then we can split this limit. If we want to split this as 0 to a, then we have to write this as 0 to a f of x dx plus 0 to a f of 2a minus x. So let us see some example based on these properties. So example 1 is evaluate integral 1 to 2 root x upon root x plus root 3 minus x dx. So first we have to consider this given part as I, then we will apply this property. This property says that in place of x we have to write lower limit plus upper limit minus x, okay. Now see carefully, lower limit is 1, upper limit is 2, so 1 plus 2 is 3. So in place of x have to write 3 minus x. So numerator will be 3 minus x, denominator will be 3 minus x. Here it will be 3 minus 3 minus x. So it will be 3 minus 3 plus x. So 3 cancel, so simply x, okay. Now this is the equation 1, and after using this property we get the equation 2. So by adding integral 1 and 2, this is 1 and 2, we get I plus I this side left hand side is I, even in equation 2 left hand side is I. So now left hand side will be I plus I, that is equal to integral 1 to 2 root x plus root 3 minus x upon root x plus root 3 minus x. Okay, so same term, so it will be cancel out. So 2I is equal to integral 1 to 2 1 dx, integral of 1 is x, limit of integral is 1 to 2, so 2 minus 1 which is 1. So finally I is equal to 1 upon 2. Okay, so integral is 1 upon 2. So with this I am concluding this video. Next lecture we can see the more example based on properties of integral. So thank you.